Okay. Stream has green numbers. I like green numbers.
One day I'll be
Okay.
a green number.
I like green number. Okay. Hello. I'm sorry to people who were waiting on Stream Raiders. I had to punch my computer into submission. It has now been punched and everything is good. What I'll do in Stream Raiders, I want to relaunch Guild Wars.
I'm gonna grab a snack.
Snack.
Is there no dash in online?
What?
Well, if they put a dash in offline, why is there no dash in online when somebody comes online?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
If you're gonna do it, you gotta be consistent on it. Otherwise, it just looks weird.
Okay, now I wasn't really angry before, but now I am. That's a good point, and it makes me upset. Cause yeah, there should be a dash in online. I think I bit my lip open. Squirrel. Okay. Hopefully, everything stays stable now. Black Lion Special Mount Selection License. Oh right, y'all told me not to use this because I need to wait till I actually know what I want.
Because you can get it for like any mount in the game, so you gotta pick. You gotta know what mount you like the best.
Right. I can open these Black Lion chests.
If you have keys.
I do. I have 2 chests and 2 keys, so now I have 2 more inventory slots.
No.
Upgrade extractor. That sounds useful. Now, there was a chest in the chest, really. Path of Fire Mastery
All the way
experience?
down.
Oh, Path of Fire is one of the DLCs. I should probably wait on that using that
Yes.
then.
Yep.
That is Heart of Thorns though. That's what I'm playing now, right?
Yes.
Grants a large amount of heart. I'll use this next time I start a new mastery thing. Crafting bags. Okay, I got crafting materials. Ah! Hi, Cirky.
Turn.
Welcome back. I also have returned. My inventory is a little bit cleaner now. Also, I got experience potions for the expansions, which I will use later. Oh, right, I have to re-invite y'all. Oh, or you can just invite me. That works too. Okay, where am I going? going down the other way. Alrighty, good luck at work. Hopefully it goes okay. Danger noodle? What the hell is a danger noodle?
The boss for this big meta event that happens.
Oh, cool.
It's the biggest nope rope you'll ever see.
What?
You ran past your objective.
Alright, yeah, sorry, I was reading the things it was giving me.
Oh, I see.
Bitter harvest, go. Stick around till you have to leave? Fair.
I wonder if Zojja or Logan knows anything about the dragon's weakness, since they've been with the Mordrum this long.
I have to say, I'm still a little surprised you'd consider that, instead of just trying to bash it with your mace.
I'm not counting that out either.
Those two might know something, but we have to save them first. And to do that, we need to catch up with the rest of the team. Tribune!
Like how they're all talking, I just see this big thing pop out of the ground, and I'm instant like, yes, punch! I don't think I could damage that thing, and I still was like, I don't care, I'm trying.
How goes the search?
We're still on their trail, but this area is infested with heavy Mordrum patrols.
Truthfully, we weren't able to go much further without some help. It's a good thing you arrived. What did you find in Radanovis?
Their research indicates Mordremoth has a vulnerability. We only have to discover it.
Taking our breath. Friends to save and the world to fight.
It's good to be back with you, Whitlock. I like the way Tribune's
I have a slight guess as to what a giant plant dragon's weakness might be. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's fire.
Incorrect.
Okay.
What dragon turning Logan all this way, so close to its power? Do you think Mordremoth knew we would follow?
You smell a trap.
Just keep your eyes open. We don't want to get boxed in here.
There's an ice dragon? Okay. I hate that they have exit points in these instances all over the place. I've almost accidentally clicked on them several times.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Okay. And also, if you drop enough fire on a plant, it dies. That's what Pokemon taught me. My connection feels a lot stable now. I just
We don't have time to
refreshed
try
the
both.
computer was just
If
good enough.
one's a dead end.
Yeah,
What? Oh,
we can't lose
thanks,
anyone
game.
else.
They're like, hey, look at this place you can glide after I'd already jumped and started gliding.
Meet you at the fork in the road.
So I don't know if I'm dead or not.
Right away.
Okay, oh, okay, I fell, but there was a tiny ledge here that saved me.
That'll do.
Any sign of Casimir?
Don't worry. She has a knack for popping in right
Rare
when
and valuable.
you're talking about.
I didn't achieve them all.
Perfect timing.
Same.
What?
But they're heavily guarded.
Are they alive?
I couldn't tell. That trail leads to Logan, the high road to Zojja. Your orders, Commander?
Wait, what was, I'm sorry, what was the answer? I forgot you.
Gotta pick. I'm gonna say Zozo or Logan.
Who's Logan?
Logan Thackeray, the human guy.
Boring.
Marjorie and Canuck, you're with me. You four head for Logan and keep an eye out for Traherne.
What if we're too late?
Burn the bodies.
I remember who Zoja was because Zoja was involved in my character's story.
Man, that's fucking hardcore shit. What if we're too late? Burn the bodies.
I mean, honestly, that's the right decision though.
Yeah, it's fucking grim though.
For the record, you've been struck.
Because they're renowned heroes.
Yeah.
These huge vines move.
Can't even return with
It's almost
bodies
as
at
if
that
the
point.
real
Just
dragon breathed, being this
I don't know that I would call them renowned heroes. They
Well.
screwed up.
Watch your line of fire.
I mean, screw ups happen.
Archers ahead!
Ambush! Back up!
Aerson
Back up!
doesn't seem to enjoy
Clear them before they make pincushions of the other team. Help? I don't have long.
this is where it gets serious. This boy's hurt.
No kidding. Oh, this way.
Snipers.
I failed you.
I kill.
We kill.
Invigorating.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change that back. There we go.
There. Up ahead.
What have they done?
And now, to destroy you.
Oh no, I'm not supposed to be over here.
Zoja, can you hear me?
Air? I can't see.
No, it's Marjorie.
Where's Timey?
She's not here.
The darkness. I felt behind myself, outside.
You're here now, and you're safe.
Where's Timey?
We just said she's fine. It's okay. Can you walk?
I
Oh.
think so.
Where'd they go?
Yeah.
Logan,
Oh shit, I
Marjorie.
fucked it up.
steady her and meet up with her. Keith, what's she doing here?
I glided. Glided. There's a bridge over here.
Waylaid by this group of Mordrim protecting that twisted branch.
Fowlin's here too?
Whatever that thing is, it's not Fowlin. I came to put it out of its misery.
Get in line.
Behind me, too.
Logan?
I think you may have glitched it. Okami!
Just a little bit.
They're everywhere.
These trees are a more advanced version of the blisters. That's why Zojia and Logan were taken here. Get him out.
What dreadful business.
Oops. I fell off the ledge at the last second.
Oh no.
I plunged and did not hit the egg. I kept going. You are defeated. Man, I think we fucked this instance like 10 different ways. In ways we're not supposed to. I see the cutscene but I don't hear anything because I'm dead in a ditch.
Ah.
Well, good luck.
Can you come back to life?
Nope, I'm defeated. I can use a revive orb, but wouldn't it just put me down here
yeah,
again?
Yeah, that won't help you at all.
Hi.
I'm helping.
Okay.
The thrill of discovery.
Where does it put us? Where are we?
Oh, they swooped us way forward.
Speedrun trick.
We're doing it. We're finding speedrun tech. That's all. It's fine.
Glad that's over.
Do you have the glider mastery to catch updrafts?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I don't know if we need to use it here, but it's like, hey, you wanna...
Oh, we have to go across. Are those updrafts?
I don't know. But I think you can glide down to this little island down here.
Oh, I see.
And then use the mushroom bouncy over here. Oop.
Oh, Rip Fosk.
I missed.
Don't do that.
Do they not let you respawn until we're all dead?
Yeah, that's why I jumped down before.
Well, I don't mind jumping down again. Whee!
Whee! Yo, I just took 270,000 damage. Let's go.
Take 3. So we saved Zojia and Logan from the person multiplier.
Correct.
Wasn't there a third person that they kidnapped?
Yeah. We're still looking for him.
Okay.
But we kind of have a case of Fallon alien monster. Mordremoth monster to deal with up there, you see her?
Train fire on my target.
Oh god!
I'm shocked you'd slaughter Logan's children like that. They were so beautiful. So much better than their father. They're monsters!
No, please, not like this!
Don't you see? Harmony is coming, and you will join Mordremoth.
Your harmony is slavery, and we will not stand for it.
We were gliding during the cutscene and it completely destroyed us.
Oh, y'all both died! Oh no! I made it, and I guess y'all didn't because y'all right behind me.
Yeah, so when we started gliding, it was just like, now you stand in place. It's like,
Well, let me jump off again. Whee!
They did not design these well for multiple people playing them.
Not at all.
Especially because there's just like random cinematics over and over. It's like, yes, we see the creature. Thank you.
I mean, I didn't know about that creature until that cinematic because we accidentally skipped a bunch.
He's gonna avoid
I mean,
gliding
you,
as much
you
as
ran
possible.
away from it in the story mission last time we played.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yep.
I probably complained
Yeah.
about it. Because I like Punch. Speaking of liking Punch. I love when enemies just pop in front of me A-posed.
You may have uprooted Zojja and Logan, but you'll never make it to Trahearn. He'll have the pleasure of following his true master.
He'd rather die than serve you.
Soon, you won't be able to tell the difference. Soon, he'll become part of us.
Tee. I snuck the camera around and put an AoE behind the wall.
Commander, please, let me fight. I can help you reach Trahearn. I only want to kill the dragon. It's difficult. The entire Savaran people, but that's better than living in its grasp. It's the only thing I've been working toward.
Fine. But if you cross me again, you'll join Fowlin on her trip to the Mists.
Oh yeah, that's the. Isn't that the person that stole the egg from us?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is dangerous territory. Everyone stay alert.
No, I don't want to exit.
This place. Where do we go?
Up.
Up.
Time for the spiral.
Ow. Oh.
It's a wall we can actually break. Now I'm lagging
What are
out.
these raid patterns?
No, no.
Oh man, this spiral is disorienting.
It is very. I constantly have to keep pulling my camera.
Can you not just use the action camera?
This tree
The what?
must be the dragon's epicenter.
The action camera where it follows you like it's a third-person shooter.
Bearing down upon me.
I don't know. I'm playing this like it's an MMO.
I want to meet eyes with my jungle overlord.
Oh.
One thing out here, Bram. It's everything. The entire time we were traversing the jungle, we were afoot on its back, like fleas on a hound.
If that's the case, then
You've been struck. Bram,
I know it doesn't hurt it. There's something I had to do.
You know what? I feel Bram.
This thing looks pretty solid.
we'll figure it out. But right now, we have to free Trahearn from whatever fate Mordremoth has in store for him here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna push Rylock off. Oh! Okay, we didn't have to jump.
You
It's.
cannot stop the inevitable. You cannot silence the pulse
Shut
of
up.
this world.
I kill her already?
Trahearn is ours. Not while any of us still breathe.
You can't run forever, Fallon.
Instantly broken.
Yeah.
By Wolf's breath, she will be avenged today.
Please, if there's any part of you left, let us free Trahearn.
Thorn and still don't understand. There was never Balin. There was never Keith. There was never Trahearn. There was always Mordred. Keith, don't you know it's dangerous to rebel against your creator?
I don't care the cost. The dragon will fall, and we will be free, in life or death.
What does this button do? I don't know what that did, but I pressed buttons.
Push the button. There's Trahearn. There goes Trahearn.
Bye. Nope. Well. Enjoy your bath, Trahearn.
No, Trahearn!
Not even a firstborn deserves that.
Keith, are you... Fine. I made peace with Fowlin's death when I saw what she'd become. I'm right behind you. Just give me a moment to destroy her body.
The rest of you with me. Time to end this.
Oh. Trailblazer, Minstrel, or Viper. I don't know what these mean.
Ah, recognition.
Oh, their stat combinations.
Oh, probably won't
Viper
use
is
them anyway.
condition damage, Minstrel is turbo healing, and Trailblazer is some other combo I can't remember. Oh, we're in another instance now. You can talk to your boys.
Oh, I can talk to people.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna kill her. She's just dumb.
Just annoying.
So do I jump down?
Hmm? To do the next part?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you talk to Aviator
Finally
here.
found a place worse than war.
Wait, no, that doesn't do it. He'll take you out.
There's a little green thing in the middle.
Maybe we gotta go back down then.
I think it was the there's a oh there was a portal I thought. Oh, maybe not. Okay, well, gotta go. Oh, yep. Right in the center.
This is the final instance. Prepare for a 45-minute boss fight.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
So I already beat one of the expansions then, almost? Or no, there's probably more to the expansion, isn't there? This is just the first
No,
part of it.
This is
This
no,
is
this is the end of the expansion.
So I'm one expansion closer to fishing.
Yes.
Mordremoth didn't even try to cover its tracks. Either this is a trap, or the dragon's getting desperate.
Doesn't matter. Trahern's here, and even if he is just bait, he'll still lead us to Mordremoth.
You've made it this far. Are you ready for one last push?
I am.
Take care,
Will
Suki.
never be the dragon's slave.
Yeah, that gurgling right now would be words.
Ah,
You are Sylvari. They're coming out of the woodworks!
that's where trees usually come from, yes.
Looks like there's only one way forward.
Let's move then. Stick close.
So that guy when we killed him said, "My maker calls." If I, we're supposed to be, well, then hang up on him. Oh, actually, I need a sec. I'm gonna do a stream raider.
Oh, gross. These little welts on the ground explode into enemies if you get too close to them.
Ew.
Like little pustules. They just like.
Silver, and the next is shiny silver. More healing. If I put a healer down, it tends to end well. Okay, sorry. I return. Ready to
Welcome
punch.
back.
Ugh.
There he is. Marshal Trahern, can you hear me?
Commander, the pact, is it?
All but gone, Marshal. But my team and I will finish this.
It's too late. I know. I am part of the jungle dragon now. It is everywhere.
So how do we kill it? Burn every field and fell every forest?
No, it can't be defeated that way. It'll just grow back. Its roots have spread too far. Too deep.
Then we destroy the root, Mordremoth's mind. Its strongest attacks come from its mind, from the dream. That's our target.
Really?
Sound strategy, Commander.
Yeah.
Turn the tables and
No. My stupid machine won't shut up.
Oh.
Brilliant. You don't need a translator to understand that. The dragon doesn't like this idea.
Yes. Strike at the dragon's mind through the dream. It can work. And my connection will provide the access you need.
The Rotanovan said each Elder Dragon has a weak spot. We just identified Mordremoth's.
I'm ready. If I concentrate, I can open a path into the dream, into Mordremoth's mind. Your minds will make the journey, but your bodies will remain here in the cavern.
I've seen enough metaphysical landscapes lately. I'll stay behind to keep the Mordrim at bay.
I'll stay too. If something goes wrong, or Trahern isn't what he seems to be, I'll be standing by.
All right. 3 of us go in, 3 stay behind.
Which nerds are you taking with you?
Wait. Said choose. Well, it says 3 are going in, 3 stay. Oh, I count as 1. Well, I'm taking fucking Buggy McDumbhead.
My mother deserves justice, and I deserve the chance to get it for her.
Because I like his maze. He's smashy.
You may not trust me, but I will not let any more Sylvari become like Fowlin. Better death for my people than that.
I was strong enough to make it this far. Don't leave me behind now.
I don't want either of these two with me, to be completely fucking honest. I don't trust Kaith, and Conch is more likely to finally succumb if we take him with us.
Kanach is a fucking bro.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards him because again, he didn't betray us at any point. He had every opportunity to.
All along the way, he's just fucking making quips about Mordremoth the entire time. Like, this is just an annoying buzz in my brain.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I swear by the Pale Tree, none of you are being taken by the dragon on my watch.
Okay.
Taking
Yeah, okay,
on an
Kate.
elder dragon and all its hordes. Just like old times, eh, Ritlock?
Exactly like old times, which means you stay where I can see you.
Time for a very hard boss fight.
Yay!
You should not have come here. I am everywhere. I am all.
I have a sword. I win.
Only in your mind, and I will reduce your mind to ashes before I'm done.
I do have a fire spell.
Old words, but empty ones.
I mean,
Thanks to you, my legend ended in failure. Fallen, forgotten, and far from home. I'm done listening to these lies. You're not my mother. You're Mordremoth's toy. That did it! She's vulnerable! Take her down! Infuriate!
I need to not be standing
Oh,
there.
you're standing in the bad.
Yeah, I stood in the trifecta of all of the bad.
I wield great wisdom. Watch it. Garm's back on his feet.
We gotta kill Garm, and then when she's reviving and break her out of
She's too quick.
Focus on Garm!
6 feet
Believe me,
tall.
if you down him, she'll come running.
I mean, you say that, but this is a false image. I guess that's the game telling you, hey, this is how it's working, but like, this is a false image of her. Area denial revives Garm. That's all her traits.
Yeah, the traits are a bit of a meme, but they are helpful sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. It's just funny.
Don't revive it.
Is power. Invigorating.
She looks normal. Is this another trick?
Look there! A rift opened! Maybe now we can break Mordremoth's illusion. Let's widen the rift. The more we crack open this nightmare, the weaker Mordremoth becomes.
Activate the rift. Get in the super toilet!
Commander, at the end there, she seemed like herself again.
That's because we overcame Mordremoth's illusion. And the real heir would be proud of how you did it.
Stick. Stick. Flower. Stick.
Who are you supposed to be?
I am you, what you were meant to be, what you will be. Mordremoth's loyal servant, and gladly so. You are strong, but lack focus. So you seek a master. Mordremoth is that master.
Is this a joke? My will has always been my own. I seek no master and never have. I am no one's servant.
Oh? Countess Anise would disagree. Accept the truth. Mordremoth needs servants, and you were born to serve.
No. To redeem myself, I choose to serve, as I choose to kill you now.
Fuck yeah.
Fight!
Oh, I get it. What party members we bring change what bosses we fight here.
Yeah.
So what would have been what's-her-name's boss?
Faith? I'm not sure what her boss ends up being. I think she fights Fallon
It's
again.
the Pale Tree.
Oh, does she fight the Pale Tree Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, alright.
What's the Pale Tree again?
It's the Sylvari
like-
leader plant
Yeah,
Avatar
the
vision.
the grove, like, houses her.
Gotcha.
Quit running away!
6 feet
Oh, he's invulnerable.
He won't let up! I need some cover!
Understood. Mordremoth's squeezing hard, but I won't break. Get behind me, Commander. I'll deflect the grenades.
Okay.
Feel the pain.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's all
Oh.
the way over here. Oh, we need to break his bar while he's doing that. There we go.
6 feet tall!
Doing it again.
I can't block the fire grenades. Can't think. Is Mordremoth affecting me? Sorry, Commander. I'm doing my best.
Oh, he'll bounce the grenades back at him too. Interesting. Bloop. There we go.
Still with us, Canuck?
It's too much. Can't control myself. Can't trust myself. Here, take my shield and finish him.
That's how I do.
Alright, can't block the fire grenades.
Right.
Help increasing.
You can also CC him normally, but he chain stuns you if you try sometimes. Like I've been trying to hit him with CC, so I'm like getting knocked out of it constantly because he's good at his job, I assume.
I'm 6 feet tall.
Come here, you little brat. Ah!
I will never beat you, and soon you won't be at all.
Hold on. I've seen this before. We need to open the rift to weaken Mordremoth's mind and disrupt its control.
Very well. But I've done my best to kill the old me. I remain ready to eliminate this version. I was strong enough to change what I was. I will be strong enough not to become that.
If we fight hard enough, Mordremoth can't maintain its illusions.
We're weakening it. Breaking its grip on the mindscape gives us a chance to take control. Our minds have power here too. Let's use it.
It's not how
Thank you
that
for
works,
trusting
but
my
okay.
strength, Commander.
What do you
And for
mean that's
lending
not how that
me
works?
You earned it.
We're literally
In my world, a
metaphysically
willful
fighting this
comrade
thing in
is
its own
always
brain.
better than an obedient puppet.
We are fragments of consciousness inside of it, destroying its own fragments of consciousness somehow. And you're gonna sit there and say that's not how this works?
I mean, yes. It's still weird. Oh, I lost the shield.
6 feet tall. You've been stretched. Never. We're nothing alike. You make slaves. I make allies.
My magic wasn't enough.
Accelerate.
Mordremoth took us all.
Great wisdom. Ridlock? No. This is a trick like before.
Found another rift.
Open it. We need to crack this illusion and weaken Mordremoth's control.
You got it.
I'm not targeting Ridlock, that's why I keep jumping away.
I've lost visual acuity.
Can't target Ridlock. There we go.
We're standing in AoEs. Rift's open.
I don't see it.
Train fire on
There it is.
Mordremoth, get ready to bleed.
You were right, Commander. We are taking control. The Ridlock copy didn't vanish. It joined us.
That's how we'll win. By turning its puppets into our allies. Keep opening rifts until it has no more illusions to send.
It's too late, guys. We're all part of the dragon now.
Dory, I can fix this, but you have to help. Remember me. Remember Belinda. I wield great wisdom.
boss.
Thanks, boss. Now we end this.
Oh, I have them on a leash.
Massive strike! Shield yourself, or take to the skies now!
I would run into one of the glowy things and it bounces you into the air so you can glide her, it looks like. Uh-oh. Over yet?
I don't know.
There it goes.
Uh-oh. Well, I died.
Oh no!
Where I tried to land, oh, it was kind enough to put me back on the platform. That's nice. Where I went to go land, the platform crumbled the second I was going to land.
Oh.
Never should have left me great wisdom. You know I can't trust him.
Give it up, Mordremoth! You're just making me stronger! Invigorating!
The rift is open.
Leash number 3.
Back on track. Let's end this.
You'll pay for this, Mordremoth!
I am power itself. I am primal itself. To deny me is to release. It's open! Go!
It's wonderful to see you again.
Always a pleasure, Siren. Let's finish this.
Who's Siren?
She's your mentor for the pact entity that you chose, and eventually ends up killing herself to save you in an earlier part of the story.
Alright.
Pretty sure she's the Priory.
Yeah.
You can't just keep throwing rocks at me, man.
Over here! What happened to your slaves, Mordremoth? Now it's just you versus all of us.
Stop it.
Uh-oh.
You cannot.
We shouldn't be here. Ah!
You will all
I'm nigh invincible. Infuriate! 6 feet tall! Compounding our powers!
Man's just reflecting projectiles. Jesus.
Set fire to everything.
One more time! Cover up or get off the ground!
he hit me with a rock.
Oh. I want to stay with Bram. There we go. Hi, thank you, Bram.
It's staggering. Back me up while I open up the rift, and we'll tear the dragon's mind apart.
Too much resistance. I can't protect you.
Then we switch. I'll defend, and you open the rift.
Your strength
Oh, that's a lot of anger.
mine is infinite.
Not enough endurance.
Oh, that hurt.
Infuriating.
There we go.
Brom, what are you doing all the way over here?
What the fuck is Brom doing? They're attacking the boss? Isn't it immortal right now? I think his AI got confused.
Oh, Brom.
This is like the third time I've had him glitch out in a fucking quest.
On it.
Oh.
It's stunned. Hit it with everything you've got. Infuriating.
Oh, buku damage.
It recovered. Fall back and regroup.
Oh, it has like a pixel. Come on. That's. Oh.
All heat expelled.
thing ever open?
I think it just takes a while.
6 feet tall. Infuriate.
It's open, Commander.
There we go.
On it.
Wait, did I not?
No, you didn't interact with it long enough.
Oh, god damn it.
Heat level 0.
It's stunned. Hit it with everything you've got. You failed, Mortimer. Now you die. Forteria.
You fucking crotch punch it.
I mean,
10,000 years of death!
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You did it. 2 dragons down, 4 to go.
We did it. Mordremoth is dead.
Rip.
Truly dead. I can't hear its voice in my head. It's completely gone.
And we Sylvari are still here. Still... us. I wasn't sure.
Commander, my sword, Galad Bolg, is nearby. It was a gift from the Pale Tree. I am connected, bonded to it. Only its power can free me from this. Please, bring it here.
I have the sword, Marshal.
Quickly now. Use it on me. Kill me, Commander.
What? No. Mordremoth is dead. We destroyed its mind from the inside.
But I still hear its voice. Mordremoth is alive. One last hateful vestige. A terrible seed planted deep in my mind. You must kill me, Commander, before that seed grows. Before Mordremoth reclaims what it has lost. What's left of me can't survive on its own. Strike now or...
I am the future. I am this world. You cannot destroy me. Run while you can.
I won't let all this be for nothing. I'm ending this now.
He just threw up. Egg. Go, egg, go. Do egg things. Egg evolved into Disco Ball. Now your club can look even cooler. Let's stream Raiders before I go too much further. Otherwise, I will forget and lose.
Stream Raiders.
I like watching tiny men fight.
be right back. Cat needs love.
Fair. Open. Button. Kaharu Guide to the Paladin. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to stream for at least 2 more hours to get to that next map. That's assuming we don't fail anymore. Stabby man, go! Stuff.
Valuable.
We gotta die. Regal die. Also, I got some shrooms. I killed a dragon, all I got were these fucking mushrooms. Wait, so that's it? That's all of Heart of Thorns?
On to Living World Season 3!
I still need to finish Season 1 and 2. I kind of skipped them.
Well, why?
Alright, I'm back.
I don't know. Uh-oh. I'm getting kidnapped. Bye!
What happened?
I got kidnapped.
The Living World Season stuff is like the post-patch content in Final Fantasy XIV.
Gotcha.
Like, it fills the story in between expansions.
Not that I'm not interested in it, I will go through it at some point. I really want to just get through the expansions to unlock Fish.
Yeah, you don't own them, and they cost money, don't they? Yeah, they cost money.
They do, but every so often they rerun them, or at least they were up to Ender Dragon's expansion releasing.
Yeah.
So I was here first one, so I have one.
Or do you
Well,
mean two?
one they've been re-releasing now because Living World Season 1 didn't exist outside of a time-limited event thing that they ran. But
So
now they've been like, oh wait, we need people to actually be able to play that story, so we're
okay.
remaking it as story content.
Okay. Because I was here when it was a thing, which is why I've had all... When I started playing it, I was like, oh, I have access to this, because I guess I was here. So we killed Big Dragon.
Yep. And then the next 6 chapters that come after this are like, I don't know if you want spoilers or you want like a brief synopsis so you don't drop into Path of Fire completely confused.
Yeah, I had to buy
Yeah,
Season
it
3,
introduces what Path of Fire is about.
Go ahead, y'all can just tell me. Either that or I'm gonna go watch a YouTube video, so...
Yeah. The short of it is you hold a memorial and like remember all of the people that died because there were a lot of people that died and it was terrible and tragic.
Primarily Hare because she was one of the important characters that was like on the box arts and everything for the game.
That's Mace Guy's mom, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Braham's mom. Bram, whatever.
I'm more familiar with Bram at this point because he's been in half of the story missions in the expansion, which is most of what I remember is in my mind right now.
Yeah. Those characters all got introduced in Living World Season 1, and then, like, Living World Season 2 is all about, trying to find a way into Maguma Jungle.
Yeah, but, what happens is after that big explosion that you saw, where some of the magic was absorbed by the egg. the time he finds out that magic was also absorbed by other sources, and you go to investigate one directly to the north of Verdant Brink, and there's a violent explosion and like sort of magical corruption fallout occurs, and it's like, oh god, everything's awful and everyone's gone insane that's been exposed to this. And it leads into a chapter
the
of
egg
the White
also
Mantle.
hatches?
What was that?
I'm pretty sure the egg also hatches.
Maybe. I don't think it hatches quite yet. I don't remember during what frame period of. Yeah, I think the egg hatches in part of the out of the shadows. I think you're right. But basically, several plot points start happening at once. You just start dealing with the White Mantle, which are a historic faction from Guild Wars 1, and they dealt with the Mersat, which implies that the Mersat are coming back. And spoilers, the Mersat technically do come back, except it's Balthazar, the human god of war and fire, which is why you get Path of Fire as the expansion.
Okay.
The egg hatches. You deal with the whole White Mantle subplot and figuring out and thinking they're resurrecting one of the Mersat, and you go along the path of trying to capture and kill or stop him from doing whatever he's doing. And then you find out that it's actually, surprise, surprise, it's Balthazar, the god of war, and he's trying to kill more dragons in order to capture their energy and do ? But at the same time, you also learn that killing the dragons is not helping. Killing the dragons is causing more problems. In fact, all of the remaining dragon minions and enemies that you haven't killed yet just absorb the powers of the first 2 dragons that you killed. So now you're dealing with, like, the fire dragon minions, but they also have death magic, and they also have Mordremoth's nature magic.
Cool. So
And
we're making the problem much worse before it gets better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And then you find out, okay, so we can't keep killing the dragons, but surprise, surprise, Primordus and Jormag are both waking up, and they're ready to fight, because when you killed Mordremoth, so much of his energy was released that they were like, alright, I got my Gatorade, let's go!
Sour Sweat Potion has
Also,
returned.
remember all of the trials to put the egg in the temple place.
Yep.
Blanking on its name right now. When the egg hatches, you find out that the dragon within is named Aurene. You have some connection to it, like you are the only one that can understand it. You have to go through more trials to like help raise the dragon to make sure that it doesn't go evil. And yeah, that's about it for the Aurene subplot. But
Alright.
that is
For
relevant
now.
to Path of Fire as well.
Okay, and so... Oops. Well, bye, 2! There it
Bye-bye,
goes!
But yeah, the end of the story chapters kind of finish with Taimi making a machine that allows you to harness Primordus's and Jormag's energy and use it against each other, because apparently they're like closely related siblings, so they cancel each other out. So you
Ice
use
and fire.
each other one's magic to put them back to sleep.
Oh, I see. That's why the next 2 expansions are Path of Fire and Ice Brood Saga.
Yeah.
So we deal with the Fire Dragon and then the Ice one.
Well, no, we deal with both the
Well,
fire and the ice in season 3.
no,
we
because-
put them back to sleep.
Oh,
The machine gets stolen by Balthazar, who's going to kill both the dragons and absorb their magic so that he can get more powerful.
Ah.
And yeah, and it ends off with you thwarting that plan, and then Balthazar fucks off to the desert and starts causing a whole bunch of problems there, and then Path of Fire basically starts with that. Which is
Okay.
why with the first mission we did, everything's on fire, and there's that lady is screaming about Balthazar and stuff.
Oh, is that first mission where we got the
raptor?
The raptor? Okay.
Yeah. Now you know why that happened. Balthazar is attacking the Crystal Desert.
And it's just like everything's on fire and there's a bald dude with a mace. Okay. 'Cause I think he was there. Was he there?
Balthazar wasn't there, but there was a bald dude with a mace. Wait, oh, are you talking about Braum? I
Yeah.
don't think Braum was there.
Okay.
Braum gets really
No,
mad at you
I don't
for a
think
bit.
Brahm's there either.
Like Braum just straight up stopped
Brahm's
talking to you for a
just
while.
like trying to deal with Heir's death and decides that he's gonna go kill Jormag by himself.
I mean, more power to him.
Yeah, he turns into a giant brat.
That's unfortunate. He loses a few letters in his name and becomes Brat.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so I'll start the next expansion then. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be streaming for at least another 2 hours, and it looks like Forrest and Frosty are busy.
Braum has an emo phase. This is a very good way to turn it. He goes on a fucking soul-searching journey to figure out what the hell his purpose is. And thinks he's a fucking badass.
I think there's also a plot point with the Norn where all of them will, before they go on a hunt, they try to like chip Jormag's fang, which is in the middle of the Norn settlement. And because there's a legend that whoever actually manages to chip it is like destined to kill Jormag, and so Bram does that. He actually chips the fang.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, that's right. And that happens in the Bitterfrost Frontier, which is like... Is that also part of Season 3?
I think so.
Yeah, Bitterfrost Frontier is the third chapter of it.
Yeah,
Braum goes and finds an ancient magic scroll that enchants his bow with magic powerful enough to damage the tooth, which makes him think that he's cool enough to go kill Jormag. And surprise, surprise, he's not. Everybody just dies, and he has a third emo phase. But he blames the commander for some reason.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that happens after Path of Fire, and it's its own extra chapter of Braum, please shut the fuck up and stop it. Stop it!
I think that doesn't happen till Iceberg Saga.
Somewhere around there. Nin, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I found this man who's just standing here and occasionally tilts his head all over the place, so I'm like, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna tilt my head in the 4 different directions and just be stupid while I'm listening. Sorry. I'm very easily amused.
Yeah, the core story of the expansions is really, frankly, a small nugget in the larger scheme of things.
Yeah, and so I will, because you sent me a video that was like the, what's it, the you know, like X in a nutshell, and there's like segmented bits of this is what happened here, this is what happened there, and so on.
Yeah.
It's worth doing the season content, partially because there's like rewards and stuff that you can only get from doing the season content.
Yep.
And it is also more interesting if you are a player from Guild Wars 1 that remembers what's going on.
So that's the problem, is I remember very little from Guild Wars 1. I remember very little from Guild Wars 2, even though I played all the base game stuff, and I had to use a video to remind me. I still don't remember, because what is memory retention?
I feel like the Mersat and stuff you would remember by visual indicators when you saw them again. You'd be like, oh yeah, I remember these guys.
Maybe.
Same with like the
Problem
White Mantle and all that.
Guild Wars 1 is like, the entire time that we played that, it was kind of just like, I had the same problem that I have with Final Fantasy 11, where I remember some of it and pieces of it, but most of it was just me following you around and hitting shit. Which is not a bad thing, and it's not. I had fun. Do not get me wrong. It's just I did not retain a lot of what was going on around me. Rakami, you coming?
Where did you go?
To wherever Fosk found me. I don't know how Fosk. How did you find me?
I just assumed you had gone to Lion's Arch, so I came to Lion's Arch.
Oh, fair.
You're in Lion's Arch. Okay.
I don't know where I am. I just hit a teleport point that was close to the instance I need to be in.
Sparking the flame.
Set the world on fire. So why are dragons evil again?
They absorb magic and poop out constructs dedicated to that type of magic that insist on killing anything that's not that part of type of magic and bringing them to become more of that.
Ah.
What was the question?
Why are dragons evil?
Oh.
So the answer is because they're they have the America problem.
They are primordial forces of nature who go dormant, but when they are awake, they literally they are extinction events.
Right.
Yeah.
One of them waking up is an
hunger.
extinction event. All 6 of them waking up is the end of the world. Or at least the end of recorded history in the world as whatever civilizations that are alive know it.
Right.
Doesn't look like we made it to Amnoon.
Sorry for the change of plans, but we saw smoke coming from that pyramid. Keel gave us orders.
Didn't I do this already?
Yeah, but we're doing it again.
Okay.
Now that you have a better idea of what's going on.
Fair. Remember right the first time I did this, I jumped down and instantly died. Because I didn't have gliding?
We'd like to stay on board. We'll get you to Amnoon as soon as we get back.
I didn't come this far to sightsee. I'm going with you.
They literally spit out a ramp for you to jump on.
Looks like it could sink at any moment.
That came from inside.
Scream!
Killing for sport. These must be the forged we heard.
Let's wait for that introduction until after we're done.
Hey, Commander.
Yeah, the Forged are,
Balthazar's minions that he's building.
yeah. He's taking a chapter
Through
out of the dragons.
magical means.
He's like, hey, the dragons can make minions, so why can't I? It's like, you what?
That's against the rules. You're cheating.
That's illegal. That's a crime against humanity.
Reinforcements incoming. Wait, it's only one unit.
I remember this fight. This is the first fight I saw AoEs.
And you are?
Balthazar's herald, and I have an offer for you.
Denied.
He
Leave.
has chosen to forgive you for your interference with the fire and ice dragons.
Oh yeah.
Join him and fell the crystal dragon. He only wants to free Tyria from their grasp.
Your god lies. And waging war on these people won't help you defeat the dragon.
That is unwise.
That was the first time I saw the new AoEs. I'm like, oh cool.
Yeah.
Tell what they're fucking doing now.
Oh, she has so much health.
Or we don't actually kill her.
Every light I claim is a conscript for Balthazar's army. They will be remade in his own.
6 just tall.
The shield didn't block.
Oh no.
I tried. I'm sorry, people that died.
It's not smart to defy.
I thought she's supposed to have a break bar when she's doing that, so you can actually save these people.
Midas, hold position here and help these people. I'm going after her.
But that's exactly what she wants.
I know. I'll be fine.
Didn't ask your
Be ready
opinion,
for any
sir.
other survivors I send your way.
Aye, Commander.
Pyramid for safety.
You're not supposed to have that yet.
Noble intention, but then Balthazar chose me as his instrument.
Are you just a puppet? You have a choice.
No, the choice was made for me. There's little I hold in higher regard than loyalty. This is the price of defiance. Infuriate their wrongs from Balthazar.
Actually, once you get to End of Dragons and unlock fishing, you'll be in a fun spot where, well, not a fun spot, but you will be in an opportune spot where once you get your fishing masteries high enough, you will be able to accrue experience by fishing in other zones for the rest of your masteries.
Wait, why did my mastery bar percent?
Drop the shield.
Because you're in a
Now
different
Path of
expansion
Fire
now,
Mastery.
so you're working on different. You'll be working on Path of Fire masteries now. You can only get experience for a mastery.
Oh
in the
yeah, I'm
content
on.
relevant to
I'm
it.
on Raptor Mount now. You know what? I'm gonna. No, actually, I won't chug that potion yet because I don't really want to upgrade Raptor Mount. Not that I don't want to, but it's not a priority. I'm not gonna chug a potion for it.
6 feet tall.
So is there any reason for me to go back and upgrade the other Heart of Thorns masteries?
My regards to your
Yes.
Yeah, they pop up.
Over here.
Hi, look at this raptor you gave me in the future.
There's an additional, like, tree as well on the mastery thing
They're gone?
that is
Thank
in
you.
Living
need to get
World
through
Season
that
3.
gate.
Okay, I'll just... Oh.
I just don't have it. I don't want to buy
If
it.
it's down, she must have smashed it on
Yeah,
the
I'm
way
just
through.
saying.
I can gather whoever's left to get the gate open, but you have to help us. The town's burning out of control.
Of course, but maybe you should hang back.
Yes, please. Maxime, your leg doesn't look good.
Can't just sit here.
It's okay. We'll
There you go.
handle this. You're helping
You better.
by helping me.
Fine, fine. Just please don't let the entire village burn to the ground. Help the survivors. The raptors will get you to anyone who's out of reach.
Got it.
This raptor?
And you?
I'm fine. I'll stay with my brother.
Okay. Shout if you need anything.
Commander, I've got something that might help with those fires.
A bucket.
Here, take this.
You
A
carry a
super
fire
soaker.
extinguisher with you.
Well, Keel said we should bring insurance for the voyage.
Oh, why don't I get a fire extinguisher?
Because you're not cool enough.
Ah, here we go. I get a water bucket.
I don't remember getting a fire extinguisher last time either. I remember getting the bucket.
I don't know.
'Cause I remember it was annoying because you had to keep refilling the bucket's charges, didn't you?
Nope. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe they changed it. Who knows?
Yeah. They did have a lot of big changes, like at some point after we did this, right?
Sort of, but they were mostly focused on like the core game content, not any of the expansions.
Fair.
Yeah, they want to just have a good first foot forward for the Steam players.
Fair. I'm not allowed to play on Steam because I didn't buy it through Steam apparently.
Probably for the best.
I mean, that way, Steam takes a 30% cut of all transactions.
Mm. Stop being
Fire,
dead, please.
fire everywhere. You gotta pick up the dead people too, I think.
Thank you.
You do. That's what I'm doing.
Did we get all the fire?
You've done us a great
I don't know.
service.
I just know we haven't got all the dead
We'll
people.
honor you for it.
Oh, there's an achievement for getting all the fire.
I may have already got it though.
Yeah, true. And the achievements are important because half of them come associated with mastery points. Yeah, Raptor Heart.
I remember being thorough when I did it last time.
Looks like the raptor's taken to you. Keep it. For your help.
Mini raptor
Are you
mount.
sure? One less raptor is the least of our problems.
Mini Raptor mounts?
Yeah.
It'll help you cover ground faster.
Summon Mini will follow you
The
around.
mine gate is operational again. Go through
Bye.
there. It'll take you to Amnoon. And Outlander, please pay this tragedy back for us.
I will.
Why did you buy that? Oh my god. Now you're gonna have to take care of it.
It's fine. It'll keep my my Neopets that haven't been fed in 15 years company.
Do you know how to equip a Mini?
Nope. I bought it and added it to my wardrobe or something.
Yeah, now you gotta equip it.
Okay, I don't wanna. Wait, I guess I can. I don't have one now. Why not?
Hero panel. And then pick the equipment tab at the top left and find miniatures.
I have a tiny case. Why? A tiny queen. Tiny Rithlock. That's all I have. That's all I have, and it moves the unlock stuff to the top. That's smart.
Yeah, and then you click on the little check mark to show it. Or the checkbox on the icon at the top left of the paper doll.
Yay. Now I have 2 of them. Oh no, if I mount up, it disappears. Okay.
Yeah, it'll just chase you around when you've
Get the card.
running around.
We'll bury him at dawn.
Ah! Violently teleporting me.
Glad to see you.
You still have your extinguisher?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a bucket.
Spiders! Spiders!
Can I go back and get that bucket?
Maybe.
Looks like it. Oh, no I can't. That fire is just there. Back here, you.
By the Six. Who are you? An outlander?
Yes, from across the Sea of Sorrows. I'm here to stop Balthazar.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you're serious? Then hi, and welcome. That would be quite an appreciated feat.
Have you seen his herald? An armored woman.
Didn't come this way.
No sign of her.
Try Amnoon. Lots of folks are going there. Take the road south and you'll hit it.
I'll check it out. See what help I can find.
Chapter complete? No. Bit more.
Oh no!
But yeah, this is basically just like a giant homage to Nightfall, I think the expansion was.
Yes. This goes through a lot of the same areas as Nightfall.
I ran out of energy right as I got to that jump.
Hearing you. Some interference. Try get higher ground if you can.
Higher ground? Oh, right. If you can hear me, I'll try to reach you later. Repeat, I'll try to reach you later. Hello? I'm just going to assume you heard that.
Yeah, they probably got it, whatever.
Halt. What's your business in Amnoon? In case you haven't noticed, there's a mob of people trying to get in.
I was told a party from Divinity's Reach is here. I need to speak with them. Also, a village north of here was attacked. My crew is helping the survivors, but they could use Amnoon's support.
Wait here while I clear this with the council.
Captain Rahim, I can vouch for the commander. This is the leader of the guild I told you about.
There's a welcome sight.
This is the Dragon Slayer.
Well, it wasn't a solo effort, but yeah. The commander's taken down one or two.
Ritlock? What? Kaz? You're here on behalf of the Queen?
Correct. But just a moment. Captain, does the commander have permission to enter?
Yes, aye, Commander. Catch up with your friends and come see me at the Cavalier Station. We should talk.
Killed 1 or 2. That's not. It's the answer is 2. It's not. It's really easy. Ridlock, are you that bad at math?
No, he's just humble bragging. Yeah, I've killed a couple of those. 1 or 2 of them, I think. No big deal.
All right. Try not to fall in love.
Alright, there's also a plot beat in Living World Season 3 where,
Focus.
Ritlock
But I
gets,
got used to
like,
the voices in my head, so I
arrested, basically.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Tribune. Can I still call you that?
Yep, all cleared up.
And?
The Citadel wanted to report on my faux fire mission and the magic. Who am I to deny them a great tale?
And?
It's classified, Commander. Sorry.
You've been holding out on me ever since our fight in Maguma. This is the last time I'll take no for an answer.
Now I wish I had my blindfolded.
His face tracking is so upset.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, he stopped. He's just. It's just like
I tried to reach you before I left. Now I understand why she didn't have any luck.
It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I had to get here and see it for myself.
I hope you consulted Marjorie about that after you... How have you two been since Rotanovus?
Good. Fine. It's okay. Could be better, but she's still recovering, so...
Well, I'm glad you're here. We'll need all the help we can get.
I can't believe one of the gods we worship, one of the 6, just gave up on us. Doesn't care. It doesn't feel right.
You have faith and hope, and I respect that. But I was in that volcano with him. He was ready to let all of Tyria turn to ash. What he did to Marjorie.
I know. I've heard it from her over and over. My mind says it too, but it's hard to walk away from a lifetime of devotion.
I'm doing it to her.
Being raised to thank the
Doesn't
6,
go.
sing
It's not as
and
expressive.
worship the 6.
Okay, Kaz. I hope you're right.
Yeah,
And I
Char
hope
have the
your eyes aren't
fun
opened as brutally as mine.
protruding neck situation.
A lot of Living World Season 3 takes place in the Fire Island chain, which is where prophecies ended in Guild Wars 1.
Alright, 1 sec. I need to do a stream reader.
Save the stream.
Stream rating is happening.
We're gonna have to get you some Asura looking armor. Just go get you the cultural armor and shove some transmutation stones down your throat.
Everybody suddenly. I looked away for like 1 second and then everyone was dead.
Oh yeah, those weird bazooka ones or something like that. Their first shot just does like buku damage to everyone or something.
Guess so. I believe in you, heavy tank.
I don't understand this event.
I hate this boss. I think I've not every time, but I've lost a lot to it just because the first shot is just like, well, everyone's dead.
Also, they spawn more or something?
Yeah, it's weird and I don't like it. I'm gonna try one more time. We'll keep trying until it lowers our difficulty down enough that we can clear. I'll take gun. Gun over here. There we go. Alright. This is probably the very end, though, isn't it? Yes. Pet kitty.
Came the branded migration across our northern trade routes.
Only the foolish waded across the Elon and into the madness of King Joko's tariff enforcement. Now we have fords closing off our trading routes in every direction.
Maybe the stories are true that Zalimbor is a djinn. It's just playing at being a man.
Sorcery alone could explain how...
Why are there a bunch of level 1 dudes here?
Everyone is doing great. Gather as many coins as you can before
They're all yellow char.
The hell?
You see this, right? Like, it's not just me?
Yeah, no, I do. What in the tarnation?
How do you get here as level 1 even?
One of them is in the guild Jigglebutt gang.
But
Clavdia the Booper, Clavdia the Snoot, Clavdia Snoot Boop, Clavdia Snoot Space Boop, and Clavdia of Snoot.
And Clavdia the Booper. There's one like way over here.
Yeah.
Weird.
What in the Sam Hill?
I guess if someone's that bored, I mean, go for it, right? But
yeah, I mean, there's also the Choco Char, which if you ever see them, you'll have a time.
The what?
The Choco Char.
What does that mean?
Let me see if I can give you a good demonstration of what they look like. Do I have the... I do, okay. Okay, what? So you see this?
Yes? Why are you... Why, though?
So imagine a char that looks a bit like this snowball, but they're actually still a char. They're just absolutely massive and as round as they are tall, but there's like 6 of them, and they're standing in a line together.
Oh,
and all of their names are Choco and some sort of suffix.
God damn it.
They're a bunch of char. They're not this snowball tonic, but they're about the size of those snowballs.
Yeah, I got you.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, they're huge, and they're bright, and they're glowy, and like, you see them in a giant line, and you're just like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Like the yellow...
It's like the Final Fantasy XIV players that have, like,
it's
the groups of...
It's
yeah.
the equivalent of Mr. Face in Final Fantasy XIV, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. That's a great comparison, actually. I forgot all about Mr. Face.
Stories they tell to get inside.
What the heck is Mr. Face?
Oh, he's just a content creator in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, he's
I'm looking for a place to start.
What's the big Limsin's name?
Well,
the
guildmates are being
Limsin
hosted
race
by the
that's
chief
big and
counselor
blue.
at the Civic Center. She can fill you in about the state of the city and the surroundings.
Oh, the Rogadin.
Yeah. It's basically just a very big version of that, who is naked but it has like a jester's face paint or something.
The refugees there may be of help.
Yeah.
It just became a thing, and that's just a thing people imitate. And when you see one, there is a good chance you will see several of them.
I have a deputy assigned to the local smugglers, the Hamasine. Name a case. Not so sure he's mine anymore. But you might seek him out, if you don't mind walking on that side of the line.
His claim to fame / where I know him from is from a music video called Mr. Face Loves It, where it's just using Final Fantasy XIV's in-game like video recording options to get a bunch of stuff and put it to a really catchy song. I tossed it in a link spam if you want to take a look.
So the same person that runs that also did one of the more popular Final Fantasy music videos, just period. If I remember right, it's the same person. Yeah. That one was really popular, but let me see numbers. Oh no, that one's actually a little bit more popular. So when the very first really good emote, at least it was to me, came out, was the emote, the dance you got for completing the Hildebrand quests in 2. It was like in 2.x somewhere, and everyone loved that emote. And so this person took the time to make a really well done, well edited video of just people running around doing that dance. And it got that was the first video of this person's I saw.
The Choi are running wild. Choi stampede.
This person's just sitting here praying. He's trying to pray the yellow away. I don't think it's gonna work though. Why are there suddenly a bunch of people standing around here?
There's a race here.
Reports of creatures driven insane by lasers here.
Oh, there's also a dynamic event where the gate's about to be broken or something.
They're waiting for the Choya Pinata to start up.
Should we wait for it too? Does it give good experience? Does it give stuff? I like stuff.
It gives stuff, yes. It has a chance of, you have a chance of getting a rare infusion that's worth a lot of money.
Is that why there's a bunch of yellow cat boys here?
Potentially.
Oh, they're on level.
Be multi-boxing to try and get it to drop.
Yeah. You think they would make them more than level 1? Because you can't tell me level 1 people get credit for just smacking something.
They're not level 1, they're mastery 1.
Oh.
It's like you're mastery 7.
Once you hit level 80, your level gets replaced with how much mastery you have.
Gotcha.
Because it's a much stronger indicator of your progress in the game.
Okay.
Like if I see somebody with 7 mastery, I know they probably don't have ley line gliding. I know they probably don't have any mounts, or any mounts besides the Raptor. They probably haven't unlocked all of the abilities for the mounts. So it's like, hey, you probably need to take these considerations around their traversal of the terrain.
Right. Casino coins received. I want casino coins.
Well, go get them.
Casino coins!
Just around the town, you run around and pick them up.
Go to the north.
Moa Dirk, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I went the wrong way, probably. Oh well.
A little bit. Yeah, you probably should have gone the direction of the town. Oh no! There's a fucking cannonade out here and he's mad at you.
Congratulations! We've reached the 3rd reward tier.
Can I not go this way too?
You can, but it's roundabout. There are the coins! Get them!
Coin!
Get them! Casino
Vista!
coin! Bless you!
I want more Chinese food, but it's like 2 in the morning.
You want more what?
I don't feel like making it. I could make some.
What?
Effort. I love going to get like junk mall thing. Wait. I got one.
Got a casino coin. Now it's stuck in your inventory. Congratulations.
I got 2. Got 3.
Tiny, what are you doing up out here?
So what do these coins do? Can I go to the casino yet? Can I win $1 billion? Someone sent me a mail. Thank you from Tasa and Asken. Who the fuck are you? Oh, right, the people we helped. Crab! All of these coins I can't actually get.
Yeah, you need better mounts. You gotta up your mount game. Those are rookie numbers.
I mean, right. Rookie number is 1 and 0, yes. Oh, I almost made it.
Okay, quick. Get back to Amnoon.
And that concludes our festivities. See a member of the casino staff if you have questions about your reward. Stay tuned for more exciting casino activities in the future. A huge thank you on behalf of the Council and Zalambur for your participation and patronage. And
I got a bunch of achievements for doing that.
Yeah. Achievements are like candy. They'll hand them out for just about anything. At other times, they'll hand them out after you've only squeezed blood, sweat, and tears out of your own fist and 7 different kinds of stone.
RNG for the infusion? What's an infusion?
It's the thing that I was talking about that's worth a lot of money.
Oh, how much money is it worth?
Multiple thousands of gold.
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure before my account got hacked, I only had like 100 or 200.
There it is! Fucking get him! Oh god, the lag!
I can't even see what's going on.
It's dead.
I got a silver. It's probably not good enough to get the full reward, but oh well.
Nope. As long as you get the Crystal Oasis Hero's Choice chest, I think that's all that matters.
I did.
Quite a reward.
I got cotton candy! Fuck yeah, eat it! Mmm, it's gone now.
Outlander, let me know if you need help getting your bearings.
Yeah, that's... I think the cotton candy is the chance of what it could actually be the infusion. I don't know that.
I haven't opened the chest yet.
Well, yeah, you... As long as you get the drop that the chest comes from, then you have a chance of getting the infusion. So by getting the chest, you rolled also to get the infusion.
I got a book that's pointing me somewhere. Book of Awakening to Light. What does that mean?
Link it in party chat.
How do I do that?
Control click it.
Control click.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's some sort of collection thing, I think, for unlocking specific types of armor. And since the end game is fashion, that's a valuable piece of thingy you got there.
Okay. Casino coins just give me experience. Okay. I'm eating them.
Yeah, if you eat them, you can also trade them in at a merchant.
Delicious!
What are you doing? No, don't eat them!
I ate all of them. They were delicious and made of chocolate.
I can't believe you've done this. Don't you want to know what kind of prizes you could have bought with them?
No.
Okay. Hey. Do you want to get some Asura-themed equipment?
I don't know what that
Or
means.
appearance equipment, or do you care?
Right at the unless it's like right here.
It's in Radasum, but you can just waypoint between the two destinations. Okay, we'll save it for another time. See, you could have gotten a mini Choya pinata.
I haven't opened my box yet. I'm doing inventory stuff.
No, that's what you exchange the coins for.
Oh.
They're it's horrifying. It's actually terrible. I don't like it. It's scary. It's got these dollish eyes that just stare into your soul and make you uncomfortable.
Ew. Okay, let's open this chest. I can get a recipe, 100 piles of contracts, a mosaic, a gemstone, or a pulsing brand spark.
You probably just want the trade contracts.
on the left
the
side.
amalgamated gemstone if you want some money.
What is this?
Oh.
The recipe for Zenkuka's Harrier inscription.
That's a ascended crafting thing, which you probably don't have access to yet. Though Harriers is a very important stat.
Okay, so the thing I didn't get the thing that was rare and everyone's going for, right?
Correct.
Okay. What does the contracts do?
They're just the map currency for this expansion.
Oh. Then sure, I'll take those. You sure?
Now,
yes.
this is a find.
Alright, I'll talk to y'all in like 10 years when I'm done clicking these contracts. They're just a use all, consume all.
Yeah, it's a
Thank
use all.
fuck.
Let me know if you need help getting your bearings. Quite a reward.
Alright, and now I need a person to sell my junk to get more inventory slots to get rid of the little 2-bit bullshit that it keeps putting in on me.
There should be a merchant back to the west in the building. Let's see.
Here's a
There
trading
we go.
post.
Over
Trading
here on
post,
the
do you
north
have money
side.
for me? Give me. Where did you go?
Yeah, by the banks there's a merchant.
Oh.
Or bankers, I should say.
I don't...
To the north side. Those
Oh.
are the trading post lads.
Yeah, I needed to. I've had money in there for a while, and I just haven't taken the time to pick it up.
What kind of money?
Sell junk. Yay! Okay. I have more free slots again. No, I need to go talk to people about stuff. Gotta talk to.
Maybe with all these outlanders arriving.
Also, leave the map.
Whee.
Fusk.
Huh?
I use wake.
Oh. Map.
Yes.
Oh, more story.
Story. Fusk. Oh, and this spoon is still spicy. Oh god, that hurt a little bit.
Were just regaling us with tales of your adventures. You honor us. It's not every day a dragon slayer walks through our door.
The counselor must have misunderstood my part of the story, or she wouldn't be bending over backward to inflate your ego.
Well, thank you for the compliment. But this time I'm not after a dragon. I'm after Balthazar. Do you have any information on his whereabouts?
The god himself? We only know he's constantly on the move, chasing who knows what. And that Amnoon is essentially surrounded by his troops, which maybe you have some insight into. We're at a bit of an impasse. Joko's government sent representatives of the Morden Crescent to Amnoon to offer military support against the Forged. The Morden Crescent may no longer be the honorable Sunspears they once were, but they would make powerful allies. And in a time like this, we need all the help we can get.
You people have history books? Open any one of them and it'll tell you short-term gains bring long-term trouble.
The Chief Counselor has the right idea. We should be grateful the Morden Crescent are even considering helping us. We should fly Joko's standard and make it clear we welcome his kingdom's support.
We've resisted Joko for years. I'm not about to let him waltz in. And without a fight? Never. It's nonsense. Our only option is to align ourselves with Cormyr's priesthood and the remaining Sunspears.
Allying with either side will only lead to future conflict. Amnoon has been independent and should remain independent.
And round it goes. I'd welcome any counsel you might have, Commander.
My thought is fuck everyone, punch things. What do you think?
Spear Marshal Cormyr was a local hero, even before she fought a fallen god and took his power. Her Sunspears have always encouraged these people to keep fighting, even when darkness is closing in. They may be a small group now, but an alliance with the Sunspears would be the light in the dark this city needs.
These people should just look out for themselves. The minute these yapping windbags let a creature like Joko into this city, they give up any hope of freedom. He might be the biggest gun around here, but what happens after the Forged are defeated? Every decision you make has a cost. In this case, all the people have to do is serve Joko forever after they die. What a deal!
I don't like the way the one side sounds.
It's easy for your Char friend to dismiss the threat we face. Joko is nobody's first choice, but we can't afford to turn down the Archon's offer.
Yeah, you can. I'm here.
The Morden Crescent are the only ones with the strength to ensure our survival.
The Sunspears' numbers are weakened, but their involvement could still be a beacon of hope. Their order has sacrificed everything to defy Joko and the Morden Crescent. They'll protect us from the Forged.
Amnoon must remain independent. Our doors have always been open. It's how we survived this long. The moment we pick a side, we're asking for trouble from the others.
And you, Counselor? You're awfully quiet over there.
There are no good options here. All of these plans are suicidal. I can't endorse any of them.
The 3 options we have, and the only 3 options we have, are all bad. I don't like them. It's like, that's nice, dumbass. You have to pick one, though.
I prefer to wait for the outcome and complain about the decision afterward.
Pretty much. Oh, God, I know people like that. Oh, he's a necromancer. Oh, no, fuck that.
Yeah. Did you
And
not? Do you
He
remember?
was in Guild Wars 1.
Yeah, he was the big bad lich man that constantly was turning people into his slave puppet men things, and becomes a primary antagonist of this expansion after a bit. Or I guess the Living Season stuff content. Either way, he's a bastard.
Yeah, no, fuck that. That's not the choosing. Like, I was already did not like the sound of it. Now that I know, oh, he's a necromancer. Nah, fuck that, man.
Necromancer is a playable profession in this game.
Fuck them too.
But I don't think calling him a necromancer is fair. I think calling him a lich is a more appropriate term.
Oh, okay.
He's a lich because he was around in Guild Wars 1, which was 500 years before this game.
500? I thought it was
still
200.
around. No, it's 500.
Huh.
So, is this like Final Fantasy where my decision doesn't fucking matter? Or does this decision actually matter?
This decision matters a little bit. It determines what back piece you get, which you can upgrade into a prettier back piece.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Not yet, at least. I can also always replay this, if need be, to get all of them.
Yeah,
right?
and you can replay it and pick different outcomes each time.
Okay.
Or play it on another character and pick a different outcome if you care.
Well,
enough
so
about
I don't
it.
like the sound of Joko. I don't like the sound of... So I was like, if I hate him, then I want to go with the people against him. So... I mean, I like the idea of staying neutral, though, but... Decision hard. So, I don't think you were with us at the time, Fosk. In Heart of Thorns, there is a decision you have to make. Whether you defend the village, or attack, or go out and attack so they don't get to the village. Do you remember that section?
Yes.
You are on a timer. Did you know that?
No.
If you take too long to make your decision, the big frog says, "Fuck you, I'm leaving," and then your decision is made for you, you pick defense.
He even like gives you 1 or 2 warnings.
Yeah,
like,
he gave
hey,
you a warning about halfway through saying, "Hey, you have to make your decision or I'm just going to leave." And I thought it was funny cuz like I could see both being good and bad and I just was paralyzed by choice. And then the frog's like, "All right, later." I was like, "Oh, okay." Decision made for me.
Invigorating.
Well, you're only going to pick one of 2 choices. So assign one an even number, assign the other an odd number, and then look at the time. And make your decision based on that.
You know what? I don't like the sound of Joko, so just fuck that guy. I'm gonna go with the people.
Thank you for your input, Commander. We'll fly the symbol of Cormyr and the Sunspear Resistance. Amnoon will be a wellspring of hope, a light for the rest of the desert to follow.
Cormyr be praised.
Oh, good thinking. There's no way history will repeat itself when this is all over.
I'm inspired already.
King Joko will make sure we regret this decision. You just killed us all.
The Sunspears are a liability. They need our help more than we need theirs.
A moment, Commander?
Joko's going to kill you anyway.
I was about to say. So if I just pissed off the politicians, I probably made the correct choice then.
These people are desperate, caught up in a war they don't understand. Balthazar came to the desert for Kralkatorrik, not for them. But why? Why is he doing it? This is why I wanted you to pick the Sunspears, to represent Cormyr. She might guide us to answers or intervene in Balthazar's actions, especially if his goal is noble, but his path is not.
Your hope is inspiring.
Thanks. Have you heard from Tiny?
I couldn't get a clear signal. Guess I should try again. I have some big news to share. There must be some place that's clear of interference. I'll look once I've finished gathering information.
Yeah, I'll talk to the plunky upstart eventually.
And we did not get the colorful bazooka lady. Good.
Colorful bazooka lady?
In Stream Raiders.
Okay.
Stop and do that for a second.
Yeah.
What is that? Trying to click it before it dies! Stop moving so fast! A rogue. Oh, that's cool. In hindsight, asking a rogue to stop moving fast is probably not going to happen. Asking a fish to stop swimming. Did it. Shiny silver. Kaharu got purple again. Alright, we just need to do... Oh, well, 3 if I go south, so I'm not going south. We just need to do 2 more battles. And we'll have the last final map unlocked, which we can finish it at our leisure. Excuse me. It has shiny purple. Okay. Oops. Fortunately, my switch to this scene button is also inject myself button, so I wasted my injection.
Injection?
Did you hear the news?
Signet of Resolve.
Noon is to become a sanctuary for all Sunsphere survivors. Sounds to me like our council is just taking on even more responsibility. Just a while ago, you were worried they were going to invite Joko in. Now that will clearly never happen. I was worried the council would fail to put its own citizens first, as Zalimbor does. And they did. Ah, there really is no pleasing you, is there?
She bitches no matter what option you choose, doesn't she?
Yeah. A lot of people do. It's to prove a point that in the face of opposition, choosing any choice will upset someone. Or some other dribble, I don't know.
What do you want?
You, Kais?
Maybe.
Faced with a series of bad choices, you
Captain
have to make a
Lafayette
choice of some kind
is
as a
under the
leader.
impression that you have access to Hamaseen's
You don't get to not make a choice.
Yeah? He's wrong. So beat it.
Listen carefully, friend. I'm here to kill the god of war. Don't think I won't swat any flies that get in my way.
Well, if that's your angle, then you need Zalimbor. He runs things. He is the Hamaseen's network. He's usually in his office in the casino, but he's a very busy man.
I'm sure he'll spare a few moments for me.
This is always the funny part to me in MMOs. Whenever there's a new expansion, you get to a new area, and everyone's like, okay, do my laundry. And it's like, I have killed gods. Fuck off. Do your own laundry.
Thankfully, this game doesn't do that.
It's what we're doing right now.
Are you? You literally showed up like, hey, I'm here to kill the fucking army that's bearing down on you. And they're like, cool. That's cool you want to do that. But we got our own people to deal with. And we would like your counsel before you go do that. So that we can make some informed decisions while you go punch
no,
this
so the
army
guy
in
I
the
just
face.
talked to was like, oh, you want information? Well, who are you? Oh, I'm not gonna help you. It's like, bitch.
Oh, the Amnunian?
Yeah.
Where? Which one?
I don't remember what his name was. I already left him. I basically told him, hey, I'm gonna kill everything. Don't think I won't kill you too. And he's like, here's what you want. It's like, thank you, idiot.
To be fair, nobody in whatever this place is called knows who you are yet.
That's fair.
Like, this is a completely different continent. Have you looked at the map of how far away we are?
Not that far.
Very far.
Far away from Heart of Thorns, not far away from like the main island area. I don't know where I'm going. Kind of saw this pyramid and I was like, pyramid.
Oh, what is your quest telling you to do?
Oh, go to this pyramid. Oh, no, no, no! I fell down. Oh, what? Excuse you? That is now twice. There's been an invisible wall here. Okay. Fuck you, invisible wall. You have to hold forward for a minute before it stops being there. Oh, wrong way. Probably need to get in this pyramid.
I'm telling you to go in it or up it?
I think in it. Oh yeah, meet Billy Bob in his office.
Billy Bob? Zalamber?
Yes. There's a no raptor sign. I don't give a fuck. You can't stop me!
It doesn't dismount you anymore?
Did it used to?
Yeah, it used to. If you ran into the no raptor zones, it would just kick you off your mount. Like,
I mean, I would imagine it would have, but it's like, haha. You can't stop me.
Bring me things I can't find locally, you know.
You must be Zalambor.
I am. My friends, let's adjourn for now.
Jump on the table.
The casino is yours. Enjoy the Grand Sahil's.
Who are you talking to?
A great question.
You spared me from a few more minutes of dealing with those smugglers. For this?
What smugglers?
But next
what?
time, make an appointment.
Maybe I should explain why I'm here.
Oh, I know why you're here, Commander. What I don't know is what it's got to do with me. Elonian wine?
I'll pass.
You sure? It's not poisoned or anything.
I'm offended, Zalambor. You've never once offered me wine.
Ah, I present to you Archon Iberu of the Morden Crescent. Archon, the commanders come to us all the way from Lion's Arch.
Mordant Crescent? One of Palawa Joko's undead?
I'll be honored with awakening soon enough. But today I still have a pulse, Outlander. As I'm sure you're aware, Chief Counselor Iman invited me here to discuss military aid for Amnoon. And just as I arrive, I hear the Council has decided against the Alliance. It's not too late, Zalambor. Reverse this situation before it gets any more out of hand.
Me? I wasn't even there when they made this decision.
That's beside the point. Here's the point.
What are you?
Enough of this! Awaken! Reduce this eyesore to rubble!
I'm nigh invincible.
It's unwise to intervene in our affairs.
I'm full of unwise ideas. But protecting the living from an undead army isn't one of them.
Beat your chest all you like. Zalambor, don't make me.
I can't kill him, can I?
I don't know.
He keeps stunning me every time I attack him.
Yeah, I think he just fucked off.
He's still here, he's just walking away slowly. Just if I attack him, he just is like, yeah, no.
Oh shit.
I knew I'd
So if I had done this first, would that not have happened?
Then what first?
My apologies for the unpleasant.
Done this half first.
This is why I insist on appointments.
Happy to help. Mainly because now you owe me.
The fact that I'm still able to walk is a point in your favor for sure. And this time of war does make for strange bedfellows. Cormir knows I've had worse.
I'm only after Balthazar, you understand. I can't be dragged down by whatever else you've got going on.
My organization makes it possible for me to do many things. Fund public works, donate to our refugee guests, keep candle after candle burning at Cormir's temples. I never wanted to cross the Morden Crescent, but I suppose it was inevitable. I'm grateful you were here for the Archon's overture, so I'll keep an ear to the ground on your behalf.
Cause like, so there was no order in which of these two instances we went in first. So if I went to this one first, would he have not attacked?
Sure, he
there
still
might have been
attacks.
different dialogue.
Okay.
I think he tries to make an example anyway, because he's clearly here to cause trouble.
Yeah.
So they might just say something different. It's like, well, if they haven't come to a decision yet, let me help you persuade them. And proceeds to trash his casino.
Alright.
I heard the council is planning to raise water rates to make emergency.
There's a few different ways these story segments can go, as far as I know, but they generally follow the same beat.
Like line,
I don't
yeah.
think that's it. Not this time. Rumors of sabotage.
You really buy that? Who's crazy enough to sabotage the fresh water supply in a desert?
I own a t-shirt that says Praise Joko on it.
Also, hey, Maxie. I actually don't know how to pronounce that either. Pronouncing things is hard.
What was that?
Maxie's name? I don't know if it's Maxie or why would it be Moxie? That's an O. Listen, I'm tired. It's hard. It's brain hard.
Grow up.
Huh?
Nothing, just channeling my inner Mashi.
Oh.
Oh god, the vultures are aggressive!
Wait, I can get into a race?
Yeah, you can race on your mount.
Oh, okay. Sure.
The majority of the adventures out here. You didn't do any of the Heart of Thorns adventures, did you?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. They're fun. You can go back.
I'm not done with Heart of Thorns by a
Oh,
by
yeah,
a long
absolutely.
shot. It's
You
just,
may have done the story, but the story is probably the smallest piece of Oh,
Yep.
I'm lagging out.
I still hear you.
Oh, Guild Wars doesn't. There we go. Guild Wars is caught back up.
Okay. Are you gonna come race with me? And kick my ass
Sure, I'll
probably.
come race with you.
Yay.
Raptors are the best by far. They can jump over anything.
Sneak closer to the front.
I'll race on the roller beetle.
Oh no.
Meow.
Wait, but it's not started yet. I don't even know where I'm going.
Okay, there will be check markers to guide you. You see these two little light poles?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have that and you'll have your mini-map as well.
Okay.
They'll light up as little flag markers.
Oh, I saw the Cavalier walking through and I'm like, hey, that guy's cheating! It's an NPC.
Surprised you haven't dyed your raptor green.
I can do that?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that in a minute.
In the dye section, there's a little horseshoe you can click to show your mounts, and you can. The default raptor has one dye channel that you can set to a color. It won't dye the whole thing, but it'll give him a. It'll tone it.
You're gonna have to show me what it is after the race.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna find it in time now.
Probably not.
I didn't punch that dude who keeps screaming.
I don't know.
And there are a bunch of Ohios on the middle of the road.
Ohio's?
I probably read that name wrong.
You mean Choya?
Yes. Sure.
The ugly version of a cactuar.
Yeah, kinda is. I discovered an area got a Chivo. I think I'm losing this race. I think y'all like blew 1,000 years away from me.
Yeah, our raptors dash really far because we have the masteries unlocked for it, whereas yours dash is really short.
So I'm not mastered. Although I'll get a mastery after this if it gives me any experience.
Also, you gotta make sure to hold the button when you do your dash, because if you cut it short, you still use the same amount of stamina, but you don't get the full.
Oh, really? I thought it was you just use less stamina.
It'll use a little bit less stamina, but the trade-off in distance for it isn't worth it.
Fair.
Like, you would shorten it if you're worried about missing a shorter jump you need to make.
Oh, gotcha. I'm surprised y'all aren't done yet, actually. How long is this race? Oh, someone did finish. There we go. There's
Yeah.
Fosk.
Yep.
We're the only 3 racing.
Was there no other like player characters that were in that pile?
Not that I could
Yeah,
tell.
it was just us.
Okay.
The rest were NPC racers.
I beat them. Yay.
And then when the race ends in another minute and 30 seconds, you'll get a little bit of experience.
Yay.
Alright, open your hero panel.
Hero panel.
Go to equipment on the top left. If you are in a tab
I'm in a tab, that's what it was, okay.
Yeah. You gotta back out of it and go to die. You click the horseshoe.
Oh, die. Click the horseshoe?
It'll be the center icon above the color palettes. Or your armor bits, I mean.
Hi,
mounts.
Let me know if you need help getting your bearings.
Jalapeno. Cost me 30 Oh, I have 30 charges. Never mind. I got an achievement for doing that too.
Wait, it'll cost you a charge to change the color?
No, it was free. I had 30 charges. I misread the UI.
Yeah.
This doesn't look that great.
Yeah, it's not a terribly green. What color green?
I mean, that green's fine. It just doesn't look that great on the Raptor.
Yeah.
The light, it looks fine in the display lighting, but in this lighting, it doesn't look that good.
Oh, in the Amnoon lighting, it looks more yellow than green.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You got your experience. Yeah, I would try out Evening Grass and see how that looks. You can use a little search bar. And it's usually a pretty cheap but pretty robust green. Same with Emerald.
There we go. This looks okay. It's just the lighting here makes it look a little weird regardless of what color I pick.
Green Raptor. Or you could use that mount selection license to get a different color Raptor, unless you want some sort of different mount skin.
Yeah, I got Ravenous Strike.
That's really good. When you press the 1 skill, you dismount into an attack that pulls everything from distance up close. Very nice skill, actually.
Well, I already had that though, but I guess now it's better.
It's an upgraded version that does more damage, I think.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, it does a lot more damage. Okay.
I do like the well, I don't necessarily like the way the green looks.
Like I said, try a different green.
Well, no. So when I desummon and resummon the Raptor, I do like the green that it fades in and out as.
I can't tell what green that is.
I picked Jalapeno again.
Or do you mean like the animation it makes when it's summoning and it like glows green?
Yeah. I don't know if that's because of the dye or if that's just default though.
No, that's just default. It's just the way it looks.
Then never mind.
There probably is a super bright green. Let's see.
Well, I had one. I didn't realize that was not changing that. Okay, well.
No, I mean like there is a dye that you can apply to it to make it look that color. Like that strikingly bright green. Try Limesicle. Look for Limesicle. Use the search menu. Yeah, those locked colors down there.
Yeah.
Try one of those and see how
Limesicle does look very bright.
How much is that dye?
I mean, I have Sprout, which is good enough to be honest. For now, I'm not really too fussed.
We've got a stampede incoming. Close that gate.
Hide everything. Hide yourselves.
Oh wow, you can't buy Limesicle. It's only from the birthday gift dye pack. Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm not too fussed. What was I doing? I already forgot.
You gotta go speak with Timey or something?
That sounds right. No,
I
I need
what
to speak with
what
someone
does
in
the
the
green
refugee.
thing tell you to do?
Go talk to refugee camp. Sorry, I got distracted by the race and by
That's reasonable. The race is a very fun thing to do.
Yeah. Race and
Also
then
do
the
Savannah.
dying.
Kill the Choya! Murder! Death! Kill!
You fucked up. You're the reason I lost the race. Fuck you. I remember reading an article that my phone recommended to me that was like people were upset because the better reward for one of the meta events, you had to fail a section of it, and people weren't failing it.
Oh, it wasn't It wasn't a better reward. It was a reward specifically tied to unlocking a collection.
Ah.
It was like, hey, in order to get this item you need, in order to get a legendary weapon, like as part of the journey to make a legendary weapon, you had to complete this one event. However, you could not get that event to spawn unless you let a previous event fail. And letting that previous event fail resulted in a failing meta for the map zone that it was in. So it was like, why would you... Who made this decision?
Yeah, did they ever fix that?
Yeah, they made it so now if you do either event, both the failure or the success path of the preceding event, then you
get it.
You get the credit that you need.
That's good.
But the real kicker for it is that's not the first time that happened, and it's like it's at least the second, it might even be the third, and it's incredibly boggling to the community. It's like the height of frustration.
Yeah.
Like, we've had to scream at you about this in the past. Why does this keep happening?
Yeah, the biggest
What is your QA doing? Hey, the race is up again.
Race?
And there's more people.
More people? Oh, I can lose even harder this time. Fuck
yeah, there's just one other person.
There's still another person I can lose to.
You can get 4th place. Remember, make sure to hold your dashes.
Yeah.
Or hold the button for your dashes. Go for it. This man's mount is all mummified.
Hope the script beats them all.
just instantaneously. Oh wait, no, he's not still. That's just us doing that.
Yeah.
I'm easily amused.
Jump
I saw
around
one
enough,
person
maybe
jump
if
in,
you
I'm like,
jump.
jumping! I was in a dungeon the
Come
other
on,
day.
jump!
I was in a dungeon the other day, I was waiting for a wall to go down while a person was making some stupid comment in Final Fantasy. And someone I was jumping around, and someone joined me, and they were like, they said in text chat, it's always the correct thing to do to join the Hrothgar and jumping, and I'm like, yes. What? Oh, I've been disqualified. Oh, I jumped.
Oh, go back and talk to the leader and you can rejoin. Did you go too soon or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't. There's no one to talk to. Oh.
There's
The
not an
person
orange
with the
dialogue?
dots over their head?
I don't see them.
Huh.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's weird. They didn't have the dots icon over their head.
That's whatever. I'm still getting the same place, so it does not matter. I'm assuming you get better rewards for winning against more people, but you still get a decent enough reward for participating.
Nope, the only reward you get for winning 1st place is just you get mentioned to everybody in the zone that you won the race.
Oh. Y'all better not lose.
I won't.
I'm gonna be disappointed if y'all do.
You jinxed us.
No, okay, we got.
Gotta make it close.
I'm losing to the NPCs though.
Oh no. Well, you started behind them.
So behind them, I was very confused to get started. I'm catching up to them though.
Oh yeah. You've got the big jumps.
I might pass one of them. No! I fucked up a jump! No!
Oh no!
I lost. Oh well.
I was too slow.
You crossed the finish line. Thanks, game. Not even giving me a place. Child cheers for me, though. It's okay. I feel better. Child cheered for me. 2 streamers while I'm waiting for the event to end. I'm mad at myself for fucking that jump up.
Alright, there's always more practice.
Does it say that for everyone, or does it only announce the first 3?
It's announced for the first 3.
Okay. It showed me in the same manner that it announced when I got 3rd, but I imagine because
yeah,
I wasn't actually in a placement, so it just showed it to me.
Like you succeeded.
Yeah. Just barely, but.
What are all these units? What in the hey?
I'm assuming the bots came back online.
Oh my god. Annoying.
I don't mind. It means I for sure will only have one more stream raider, which means I have 30 minutes left until I can stop streaming and go eat and pass out. So I at least want to finish this map, because the way stream raiders works is when an event ends, they don't kick you out of the map. So I can finish the map with the shiny silver, or shiny purple, but there's also always a few days before the next event, so I have time to just finish it. Once I finish that map, though, I've stopped doing non-event maps. They're just not worth it. They're so
Hide everything. Hide yourselves.
What is it?
I love that they explode in violence. Oh god!
We did it. Stop. Oh hey, I'm level 8 now. Yeah. Oh right, duh, because I got a level in mounting. Okay. Let's go do the thing now.
Let's do the fork and the garbage disposal.
No.
Ding 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 ding. Stop! I dropped my contact!
Oh, everything's on fire over here.
Yeah, there's an event going on. Balthazar's killing people.
Can we kill him instead?
We can.
I like killing. Can I jump through the
We
fire?
can kill his minions. Yeah, you can just run through the fire.
Okay.
We gotta save these boys! Oh, they're dying! Veteran boy.
Back here, you. Is that fire just there for show? Does it actually do anything?
I don't know. Let's find out. How long did I walk through? Yeah, it sets you on fire if you're standing in it. Oh god, I got stunned in it! Yeah, if you stand in it for too long, it'll give you a really hard hit.
I should probably put last battle.
But you have to be standing like right in it.
We can go on to feed our people.
We did it. We helped the people. I think my quest marker points me here, which is why I'm like, let's just do it. It's right there. Hello, Star. Fresh water. Drink all your fresh water. I took it. The water's mine now.
Deputy, Captain Rahim pointed me in your direction.
What are
Would you
you
mind if
having
I
you
talked
do?
to
Oh,
a
you're
few
helping
of
the refugees and stuff?
about Balthazar?
You're welcome to try. Not a lot of folks are in a talking mood. This camp's gonna be no better than the places they fled if we can't get more aid out here soon.
I'll see what I can
Look
do.
up some recipes for
Maybe
lentils.
people
I'm
will
getting
be more
tired of
inclined to talk when they feel
my bean
safer.
medley.
We certainly wouldn't say no to some help.
Oh!
Mrs. Karima can
I
tell you what we need
can
most.
give you the lentil goulash recipe that I stole from Foshu.
Sure.
Let me do that real quick before I forget, because I'll forget if I don't do it right now.
Like, lentils fill a similar niche as legumes, as far as I'm aware, or not legumes, beans, because they're both legumes. But
oh, I don't have Telegram open. That's why I'm like, why? Here's my thing.
that's okay. I don't use Telegram that much. I prefer
Oh
Discord.
no! It's more I have the recipe saved in my Telegram. There, you can send yourself messages, and when I need to remember something, I have to remember how to spell the word recipe first. I will send it to myself and put like keywords, like a bunch of keywords in like an image or whatever, so I can easily search what I need to remember. And so I just like, oh, okay, well, here's thing. There you go. So I made this once. I fucked it up entirely. It still came out really fucking good. Moshi can attest to it. I have been meaning to try making it again. Actually, I need to go to the store tomorrow. I may just hurt farmer. Why would I hurt farmer? Oh.
Human should be medicated.
That human should be medicated.
He needs aid. Aid him. What are you waiting for? Aid him.
Oh, medical
You
supplies.
gotta find medical supplies in the tents and help them out. Oh
Okay.
my god. Did you talk to the person you needed to?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and they're telling you, hey, do the heart thing. Yeah, over by them, they've got a tent of donations that you can use to help people, I guess.
I mean, that quest we were doing helped as well.
Ah.
So. I found the horny refugee. Here you go. Have some water.
Why is this tent shaking? Oh god, it's a monster!
I hate it when tents pretend to be monsters.
No, I opened the tent and there was just like a man-sized eel snake in it. Like, oh god. Somebody got ate.
Here you go, small child.
Don't need me right now.
What do you mean you don't need any right now? You says you're hungry. I didn't pick up the food. I picked up the medicine, didn't I? It's fine. There's a hurt refugee over here.
Cormir, bless you.
Heat level stabilized. Quite a reward.
Yeah, like this tent over here, and then come interact with this fucking tent. Surprise, trial!
Thank you.
I dropped the chest.
Thanks.
Oh, there's the hurt refugee.
There's another wiggly tent.
Cormir, bless you.
This is what I meant by at the start of any new story in an MMO. It's you start by doing everyone's laundry. This is us doing people's laundry.
We're not doing laundry. We're literally helping the refugees that are displaced by Balthazar.
Doing their laundry. The tent closed in my face.
Thank you.
It's like, hey, do you know where Balthazar is? No, but we've got a lot of people he's hurt. Cool. I'm gonna help them while we try to figure that out. At least it's framed better than, I don't know who you are, go do my laundry.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. It's like, oh, go click on the thing and do the thing. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
The expansion.
This is also not me complaining about it, because this is really the best way to... Because when you have a new expansion, you get a lot of people who've like forgotten how to play, and this is a good way to ease them back into it.
What happened to you out in the desert?
Oh yeah, by the way, did you finish the heart?
Make it out alive.
Yes.
We escaped the
Come talk to the heart vendor, and like the 5th or 6th tab down, there's something you can buy called a raptor treat.
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk
It gives bonus mastery experience.
Quite a reward.
Tribute to the Call of the Void. What?
Huh?
Oh, there's a bunch of tributes.
Oh yeah, those are the
Raptor
those are
tree.
for legendary
Locked.
crap.
Finish the Reigns of the Raptor collection to make this permanently available to buy.
Reigns of the Raptor collection. What?
I can buy a mini Captain Man.
Oh, okay. You have to complete all the hearts in this zone at least once, and then you can repeat them to get raptor treats.
Okay.
For mastery experience.
I'm not too fussed about it.
Yeah, it's not the biggest thing. It's just a nice bump. It's like a quarter of a bar usually. It's significant. Convenient for while you're here, but not necessary.
Right.
We fled north to escape.
Now what the hell do they have you doing?
They're just talking to people.
Same way lately. Up into the
They're willing to talk to me now because I fed them.
At this rate, we'll run out of
I
places
gave you
to retreat
food
to
and
in no
water
time
and
flat.
nourishment.
Quick, everyone out of the fields.
Oh no, we're trapped.
Excuse me.
If you can fight,
Can you tell me what happened to you?
Again?
We left a group hiding from forged attacks in Destiny's Gorge after walking out of the Elon Riverlands to the south. We thought we were in the clear, but
You're never in the clear when Elon is involved.
I had a chance to run, and I took it. I still hear the screams. I ran when it started, and Dwayne, forgive me. I'm a coward. I should have died with them.
No, you shouldn't have. And take heart. Balthazar will pay for this.
So does your character always have like a little blue aura at their feet so you can tell who you are?
No, that's just a guardian thing.
Okay.
It might be a firebrand thing. No, it's a guardian thing. It's letting you know that the next time you hit something, you'll light them on fire.
Ah.
You know, the dragon?
I think.
Glint's offspring.
I think that's what it represents.
Gleam was the name the bards gave him, but his true name is Vlast. He's a savior with wings. We owe him our lives.
That's the first scion. Oreen's brother. He's a good dragon.
He carries on his mother's work. Cormir praise him.
Where can I find him?
Without us, our
No
city
one
will
knows where he
starve.
roosts. He just shows up to contest the branded.
So, Oreen has a brother. That's great news. I hope. Wait until Timey hears about this.
Aurene was the good dragon who helped us, and that's whose egg that was, right?
Yeah, that's the egg that hatches in the chapters that you don't have access to right now. And you raise her, and she becomes your... You, like, have some sort of empathic link with her that eventually evolves.
Oh, Aurene is the egg, not the other dragon that died. That was good.
Yeah, Aurene is the egg, Link is her mother, and you find out that there's, like, Glast or something, which was another egg of hers.
Yeah, that's who I just learned about.
Yeah.
Glint was also in Guild Wars 1, and there was an objective to take one of the eggs from her nest, and then you have to kill her. It is one of the hardest fights in Guild Wars. I think you also, like, don't actually kill her. I don't know. Either way, that was clearly not canon, because the egg is integral to the plot here.
This is also why when the other Force was worried about canon and stuff, I'm just like, canon changes all the time, man. Don't worry about it.
I remember a large portion of the Sylvari player base got really mad when it was revealed that they were dragon minions in disguise. At least in the role-playing community circle.
Yeah,
even though there were like
also
signs
relevant.
pointing to it everywhere.
Glint is also relevant in the books that filled some of the gap between Guild Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah, the Destiny's Edge chuckle fucks that you spend trying to get back together for the first portion of
Logan and Zoja and Ritlock and Air.
Oh, the idiots we just saved a minute ago?
Yeah.
What is that?
Dysfunctional little
Find a
group.
clear signal to communicate with Timey. Oh, it's telling me to do that now. Oh, okay.
Probably pointing you to like
lentils. Oh, is this why you brought up about lentils earlier?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up about lentils.
I love lentils. Lentils are probably like my favorite thing to have. Ah!
I like beans personally.
I like beans
lentils
too.
aren't.
Machi doesn't because they're weird.
I can't eat lentils.
I think it's a texture issue for him. I don't know if it's flavor, but
I mean,
think
don't get me wrong. I will. People can like it what they do and don't, and I'm not going to really cause fuss. But it's like, I'm Hispanic. The thought of not liking beans is so alien to me.
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
What were you gonna say, Fosk?
I can't eat lentils.
Why not? You just allergic, or?
I don't know. I had them like once and was like, oh, these are pretty good, and then I like bought a bunch more and proceeded to have more, and every time afterwards that I had them, I felt nauseous afterwards, so I just don't eat them anymore.
That sounds like it could be an allergy. I mean, allergies are weird and stupid and dumb, and we don't really have a whole lot of good tests for them that aren't expensive. It says to go here. Oh.
Timey, do you read? Come in. Oh, I must not be getting a signal.
I'm here, Commander. I read you. Glad you made it to the Crystal Desert in one piece. You are in one piece, right?
So far.
Did you duke it out with the fire guy yet? What's happening? Update. Update now.
Balthazar's got the desert in chaos. I'm trying to find the shortest route to him to, well, you know. But I think the biggest news I've heard is a story about a dragon, Vlast. Supposedly, he's another scion of Glint, Aurene's brother.
What? Well, tell me all about him. What's his height, wingspan, powers? Did he eat anybody in front of you?
I haven't met him yet, but I'll let you know. How are things in Rata Novus?
It's hard to change people's minds with conjecture, so I'm trying to prove that killing dragons isn't ideal. I'm also trying to get all the Dragon Lab info into Scruffy so I can become more mobile. It's a madhouse in the lab now. They're giving tours. Tours! Ugh.
Ugh.
Speaking of which, here comes one now. Check back in when you get a chance.
Oh, I got mail! Oh. Oh. I didn't see, for some reason I couldn't mentally process the eel, and so I'm just like, Fosk, why are you fighting yourself? Are you that bored while I'm talking to this person?
Sounds like a very Mesmer thing to do, though. Just like, I'm bored. Spawns clones, starts fighting.
And duel myself for practice.
And these mirror matches are always good practice.
Yeah. Brisket mirror's one of my favorite fights.
What? Why do you have a thing?
Because they want a bandage. They're a hurt refugee.
Why are they way away from anything, though?
That thing's just right over here. It's not that far away.
Huh?
That heart. The heart where the bandages and stuff are.
Never mind, yeah.
It's right here.
It's not that far, never mind. Yeah, I thought it was farther.
Oh yeah, there's a tent with supplies right over here.
These people even let us work without citizenship?
I hear there's a great...
Leaks plugged with ooze.
Ooh. There's
Keep
0
Hazine.
oozes remaining, though.
Yeah, I think we need to kill them, I guess? I don't know. What's the dealio here?
There definitely leaks.
They kill the scarabs?
Kill the warthog! Ow!
Donde está el Uzo?
I can see the points where there's a leak, but yeah, I don't see any oozes anywhere.
Yeah, where the heck do you get the ooze?
Well, I guess there's 0 remaining, so someone came in here and fucked this up.
Yeah, or the scarabs, like...
Killed them. Awesome, awesome. Oh, what's this? Oh, not what I need. That's a corpse.
That's how I do it.
Oh, it's flax, not flan. Yeah, cause like you can tell someone tried, and there's the bar's half full, but nothing left for us to do here, I guess. Go talk to their name. No, Casino Man. No raptors allowed? I don't care. Can't stop me. I have a raptor.
You should have seen Iman's face when we said we were leaving because we were invited to the casino by its owner.
Anyone who gets that reaction out of a stuffed shirt almost made me think I might like this Zalambur guy.
I heard he donates generously to Cormier's priesthood. They fell over themselves to bless his name.
Maybe Amnoon should put him in charge. I'm surprised that council's not debating the merits of pyramids versus cubes.
You might want to meet him before endorsing him for political office.
Canuck, what are you doing here? Enjoying your time off?
Freedom is a sweet drink, Commander. I've been busy quenching my thirst.
You should join us. We were just about to meet with...
Zalambur, I already know a thing or two about this place. A Sylvari gambler who's up 500 gold is just my cover, I promise you.
Now that he's free, it's okay if I kill him, right?
Gentlemen, let's keep it civil. How about it, Canuck?
While my freedom's been gratifying, it's also a little boring. This is much more interesting. Besides, I may have made a wager that the slayer of Elder Dragons can take down a god, and I intend to collect.
What are the odds?
I like this character.
Yeah, Canuck is
You just casually like, I'm up 500 gold. Like, Jesus, man.
Also, by the way, I put a bet saying that you'll succeed in killing a god.
He's here to make sure I don't fuck it up.
Welcome back, Commander. It's an honor to have the members of Dragon's Watch in my
I had to get off my mount
Please,
to engage
follow me.
this.
Yep.
The Grand Sahil is already back to running at full capacity, in no small part due to your earlier intervention. We have all the finest games and entertainment the Crystal Desert has to offer. Do you enjoy games of chance?
No.
When the odds are in our favor.
I reached out across my network for information about Balthazar, and I think I know what he's after.
Pornography.
Alcatoric.
You're half right. He's currently hunting down a crystal dragon, but that dragon is of last.
I wonder why he'd suddenly change targets.
Who among us can understand the will of a god? You know his forged army has encampments all over the Crystal Desert. He stops at these camps to rally his troops while he's on the dragon's trail.
So we might be able to intercept him at one of the forged camps. You've come through, Zalambor. I actually don't regret keeping you alive.
The feeling is mutual, Commander. I'll take my leave now. Enjoy your time here, please. Stay away from the high-stakes roulette. It's rigged.
I knew it.
I love that he just fucking admits it.
To one of these camps.
Sounds good to me. Let's shut him down before he's responsible for anyone else's death.
We don't want to rush in blindly. And if I'm going to be joining you again, I may as well make myself useful. I'll scout the main camp, see what I see, and report back.
The main camp? On your own? Seems risky.
Nah, not alone. I'll go with him.
Not the response I expected.
Hey, vacations have a way of dulling a blade, so to speak. Can't let you fumble around unsupervised.
That's more like it.
Kaz and I will check out the smaller outposts.
You're gonna give Ritlock
I'll leave it
anxiety.
to you if you don't
Good.
mind. I have some matters to attend to. There's a temple of Cormyr near one of the forged camps. You can find me there when
I
you're
love how
done.
he does a complete 180 if I get directly behind him. Zoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Remembering more Living World Season 3 stuff.
And finished.
I did it.
One of the things that happens is you form a new guild called Dragon's Watch with, like, you know, Bram, Rox, Kaz and Jory, and Tiny, and Ritlock joins too. Pretty sure Canuck joins as well.
Canuck says no. But he just shows up anyway.
Canuck
He's
shows
very
up.
tsundere about his presence.
He shows up because he's trying to resolve, like, I think basically he was going to go to prison for life and was forced to do a job instead, and the job was to bring in Lord Beetleton, and Lord Beetleton turned out to be the leader of the White Mantle.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, that happens after the Heart of Thorns story.
Yep. That's why he was talking about now being a free man, because he had fulfilled his debt.
Yeah, he earns his freedom.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I thought he was just talking. You're not watching. Oh. I thought he was just talking about because the dragon was dead.
Yeah, he was partially responsible for some bombs created in Season 1, I think. So he was jailed, and instead of being put to death or something like that, somebody bought his billet, so he was basically an indentured servant for them.
Ah.
And it turned out his billet was purchased by a high-ranking noble of the human aristocracy, who also happens to be a member of the secret intelligence network and stuff, so he basically becomes a secret agent by force. Because he really likes explosives, and he's a really good, what's the word for it? Sapper? I don't know, whatever the dudes that set bombs around.
That sounds right.
Which is why, in your fight, he's throwing bombs everywhere.
Demo man?
Demo man.
Alright, I'm gonna do Stream Raider, and if we win, I think I may call it a night.
What makes me a good demo man?
I miss TF2. Don't
It's
think
still
I-
around.
I know, but it's... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
You miss the concept of TF2. You don't miss TF2 though.
Maybe that's a better way to put it. Yeah, we're gonna...
Started introducing way too many alt weapons that it just got messy and complicated and stopped being fun.
We did it. We made it to the shiny purple map. I'm going to bed. Thank you for coming and playing with me, though. I appreciate it. It's fun having more people to do this with.
Of course.
And you
We
did
also made it so that boss fight against Morgomoth was not miserable.
Is it
Yeah, that one
bad
can go on for a
solo?
while. Yeah, we
So-
were.
Usually what ends up happening is that you will, like, very nearly kill, like, one of the dream bosses and die and have to do the entire fight over again.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's
Or, like,
definitely not easy.
Yeah,
The
I mean...
final phase where you fell, you would have had to restart the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Actually, you know what? Let's do one more race.
Yeah.
I wanna do one more race. So I won't disqualify myself.
Whoa! Never seen one of those before. Is it made of sand? The Iboga Tazula mine cracker is it. Who will erase its name from our pool? Hi, Outlander. Let me know if you need help getting your bearings.
Oh, we've got some competition this time.
I'm gonna lose.
I was a raptor.
Hordes of creatures driven insane by
Furry confirmed.
I was thinking the same.
I was just thinking of the kid in Final Fantasy X that says, when I grow up, I want to be a blitzball.
What?
While you're still trying to place a bet.
Yeah, there's a kid you can talk to at the very beginning of Final Fantasy X, and he says, "Oh, when I grow up, I want to be a blitzball."
Well, good for him. I hope he achieved his dreams of being a ball.
I am fairly certain it was a mistranslation. It was supposed to be blitzball player.
Probably.
Yeah,
He just says,
blitzballer.
"I want to be a blitzball."
To be fair, that sounds like something a kid would say. I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, there was a point where I said that I wanted to be a fire truck.
They have left it in with like subsequent re-releases of that game. So Just canon now, he wants to be a blitzball.
More people! I can't wait to lose. Oh wait, they kept going, never mind. Cowards! Back here and beat me! Which is what I yell every time someone runs away from me in Strive.
Raptors are the best by far. They can jump over anything.
But then you run away while you're winning, and that just confuses people.
I don't run away when I'm winning.
I have watched you.
When did I do that?
You do it all the time. Like, I jump over you and you just keep running, like, all the way into the opposite wall.
Oh! Oh, right.
Huh?
Look, I've used that technique on many people, and it gets people all the fucking time, and I love doing it. Oh, my mastery is already full, but I don't have enough mastery points to level it again.
That's gonna become increasingly more common, and it gets,
Well, like, Heart of Thorns gave me a fuck
very
ton of
annoying.
mastery points all the time.
Yeah. Heart of Thorns is one that they give you the mastery points, and then you have to sit there and grind forever to get the meters filled. I feel like every other expansion, it's you get the meters filled and then don't have the mastery points to do anything. You're like, I gotta hunt around for more mastery points.
Fair.
Yeah, the other thing also ends up being that a lot of the mastery points are tucked behind achievements that you can only find out exist in the achievements pane.
Ew.
And they're not hard, it's just knowing what you need to do to get them in the first place is not well broadcast.
Right.
Like, hey, during this story chapter, go talk to each of these NPCs and you get a mastery point. It's like, okay, but I didn't do that. I didn't know I had to do that. I didn't know there was an achievement associated with that. And they've gotten better with it over the years, but it's always been kind of goofy. Oh, we have a man that wants to use his roller beetle.
Weird, cause like, I feel like, no, I guess Guild Wars 1 didn't telegraph them either. I am stuck in walking mode. Cannot remember how to get out of it.
Uh-oh.
How do I stop walking?
I don't even know how to start walking.
Like one of the keys near numlock?
Tried numlock, I tried caps lock.
Is it the backslash on the numpad?
That's what it is for Final Fantasy.
Thanks to you, we can go
Yeah, it's not. I tried that too.
Is it 0 on the numpad?
There it is. It's the Z key.
Oh.
No, I will not be winning this race.
Hey, me either. I've had like 5 people zoom past me. Including the dude that was on the beetle.
I mean, the beetle is like the fastest ground mount. It's just really hard to control.
Yeah, if you're going in a straight line, it's great. If you're not, then you're gonna have a bad time.
I've
unless
seen
they are
the
predictable curves.
person switch between mounts, so they're very tryharding this.
Yeah, they're tryharding.
Yeah.
I'm tryharding. They're not going to beat me.
Good.
They will try hard. They will not succeed.
I'm just gonna try to catch up to Nan.
Which is very possible. I passed someone that we were hanging out with at the finish
fucked up.
line. My raptor is dying. Okay, their health finally started refilling.
One of the NPC racers.
Cyclops escape.
Yay, Rikami wins.
I'm filthy cheater.
Caught up to the NPC pack.
You're doing better than I did before. Didn't get stuck this time. Oh, but I missed the markers.
That's the NPCs.
Yay! My name
Hey,
got
that's
announced again.
Yay! I didn't catch up.
Neither did the other person. I don't know how I beat the other person.
They only have 11 mastery points, so they're probably in the same boat as you. and-
I was the fourth racer, Nin.
Yeah.
What? There's no this person.
Was there a better
This person in front of me. I beat them.
I was too slow.
I think.
Oh.
Next time.
I didn't. I thought there was only the 4 racers.
No, there was the fifth one showed up who got second at like the last second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were at the start and they wouldn't jump or wiggle or anything with us. They were just like, no, I'm here to be serious business racer.
Rude. Yeah. Okay. That was fun.
Yeah. I'll have to do it more. I am
Oh
enjoying
wait,
this game.
you probably won't want to wait another 40 seconds for the event to end. And
Oh
actually
yeah. I'm gonna wait for the rewards, but it was fun. I appreciate having company when I go through this, and like part of the reason I started streaming this too. I know it's probably not like the most interesting thing to watch, but it's just if I don't stream it at least on occasion, I'm gonna lose focus. I've found that streaming games helps keep me focused a little bit more on them. Plus, you know, I stream like everything, so it's just like here's another game that I play. Boy, I got a diamond. More stoof. But yeah. I am going to call it here though. We got to the shiny purple chest, and I'm very tired and kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go make a snack and probably pass the fuck out.
Okay. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank y'all again for playing this with me.
Yeah.
Let's find someone to raid. Matto is still doing Blaze Blue. They started around the same time I did though, so I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm playing Tom
Yeah, we're okay to again. I like raiding weekends. I have points to throw things at them again. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Sorry for the internet issues halfway through stream. Shit happens. I can't control when shit happens. Yeah. Next stream is Wednesday. Hi, kitty. Yes, you'll be fed here shortly. Kitties are hungry. But yeah, I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for stopping by, and yeah, Wednesday. Okay, bye. I'm tired. I want food. I need food.